We all do it. I mean, we do it pretty much constantly without a second thought. But what if I told you that one of the most normal things you do every single day is, well, quietly wrecking your health? Yeah, we're talking about sitting. And today, we're going to break down the hidden science of why it's so incredibly damaging, and more importantly, exactly what you can do to fight back. So let's start with a number, 10. For a whole lot of us, this is the average number of hours we spend on our butts every single day. We sit to work, we sit to eat, to drive, to watch TV. It's become our default setting. And honestly, it's creating a modern health epidemic that's about so much more than just a little backache. You've probably heard this phrase before, right? Sitting is the new smoking. And look, it sounds dramatic, but it's a powerful comparison for a very good reason. Just like smoking, the damage from sitting all day adds up, bit by bit, and it impacts pretty much every system in our body. It's not hype, it's a serious public health warning. Okay, so why? What's actually going on inside our bodies that turns a simple chair into a health hazard? This isn't about being lazy, it's about pure biomechanics. And the answer? It starts deep inside your spine. You know, most of us think back pain comes from that one big event, right? Like lifting a heavy box the wrong way. But the truth is, more often than not, the real damage comes from doing, well, nothing at all. It comes from just holding your body in that same static, slumped position for hours on end. Let's unpack what's really happening. First, you gotta meet the main character in this whole drama, the intervertebral disc. Just think of these as little shock-absorbing pillows that sit between all the bones in your spine. They've got this tough, fibrous outer layer and a soft, squishy, gel-like center. And here's the key. They are absolutely designed for movement. Now this is where it all clicks into place. Imagine that disc is a jelly donut, okay? When you're standing up straight, the pressure on the donut is nice and even. But the second you slouch forward in a chair, you start squeezing the front of that donut. And what happens when you squeeze a donut? The jelly has to go somewhere, right? It gets pushed out the back, right toward a whole bunch of super sensitive nerves. Ouch. And this isn't just a tiny bit of pressure. Look at these numbers. They're staggering. If we say the pressure on your discs while standing is our baseline, let's call it 100%. The moment you slouch in a chair, that pressure can shoot up to almost 190%. You are nearly doubling the load on those little jelly donuts for hours at a time, day after day. It's just not sustainable. And the damage just keeps piling on with this other sneaky problem called ligament creep. Think of your spinal ligaments like rubber bands. They're there for support and stability. Now, if you stretch a rubber band for a second, it snaps right back. But what if you held it in a stretched out position for hours? Like when you're slouched over a keyboard. It loses its spring, right? It gets all weak and stretched out. That's creep. And that's exactly why you feel so stiff and fragile when you finally stand up. As if that wasn't enough, sitting literally gives your body's biggest, most powerful muscle group amnesia. No joke, it's actually called gluteal amnesia, or even better, dead butt syndrome. By sitting on your glutes for hours, you cut off blood flow and the nerve signals just turn off. They fall asleep. So what happens? Your poor lower back has to pick up all the slack, and it gets tired, overworked, and painful. And here's the silent multiplier in all of this, the hip flexor trap. You've got these muscles at the front of your hips, especially one called the psoas, that are stuck in a short, tight position all day long. So then when you finally stand up, they're so tight they literally pull your pelvis forward, creating this constant arch in your low back that puts a ton of stress on your joints. And hey, this isn't just about your muscles and bones. There's a huge metabolic hit too. Get this. Within just a few hours of sitting, the activity of the key fat-burning enzymes in your muscles can plummet by up to 90%. 90! So this really is about your entire body's health, not just back pain. Okay, I know, that was a lot of bad news. But here's the good news. Understanding the problem is the absolute first step to fixing it. The damage from sitting isn't a life sentence, not if we intervene. So the real question is, how do we fight back against the chair? The solution is not complicated. You don't need a gym membership or any fancy gear. It is a simple 3-step reset that you can build right into your day. And it's all backed by the very science we just talked about. So here it is. Let's call it the anti-sit protocol. It's just 3 things to remember. The McKenzie extension, the 30-30 rule, and the couch stretch. That's the whole plan. Now let's break down exactly what they are and why they work. All right, first up, the McKenzie extension. This is your direct counterattack on that jelly donut effect. Since you spend all day bent forward, you need to intentionally bend backward.
This gentle motion helps squeeze that disc jelly back toward the center where it belongs, taking the pressure off those nerves. Just aim for 10 gentle reps every couple of hours.
Next is the 30-30 rule, and it honestly could not be any simpler. Every 30 minutes, you just stand up for 30 seconds. That's it. That tiny little break is all it takes to reset that ligament creep we talked about, get the blood flowing again, and send a little wake-up call to your glutes. Set a timer on your phone. This one is a total game changer. And finally, we have the couch stretch. This is how you escape that hip flexor trap. By getting into this position, you're gently lengthening those tight muscles at the front of your hip. This helps your pelvis get back to a neutral, happy position, which takes a ton of strain off your lower back. Just doing this once a day for a minute on each side can make a world of difference.
So you see, the big idea here isn't just to do a few random exercises. It's about a total mindset shift. It's about recognizing that our bodies are incredible machines that were built to move. And our mission is to make motion, not stillness, our default setting.
So here's your mission boiled down into 3 simple action words. Counteract the slouch with your extensions, interrupt the stillness with the 30-30 rule, and lengthen what sitting has shortened with the couch stretch. That's it. That's your playbook. And if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. Your body is designed for motion. That chronic ache in your back or that stiffness in your hips, that isn't just an inevitable part of getting older. It's a signal. It's your body sending you a message loud and clear that it needs you to move. So think about it. The timer for your next 30 minutes of sitting, it literally started the moment this explainer began. The clock is ticking, so when it goes off, what are you going to do? The choice is all yours.